Greetings, slackers. September Man here, and I'm back with another video. I'm in the video making mood, which I'm not always in the mood because I have a lot of other things going on. A lot of things that I've been working on, and some of that stuff requires quiet time and away time. But I'm coming out. I'm coming out with some more stuff, and I'm coming out of my shell, if you will. But anyways, this summer I've accomplished quite a bit because one of the things about working, if you want to be wealthy in this country, you cannot accomplish that working a job. Now, I've seen articles on Forbes, Bloomberg, MSNBC, CNBC. I don't really watch MSNBC, trying to talk about, people who retired early. And I'm not saying that it can't happen because I fully believe that it can. And it's a matter of which steps you take. And anybody can do it at any time. It's just a matter of taking action and what actions you take. And I don't necessarily have to be the richest man in the world, but to be able to finance the lifestyle that I want without working much for it, and what I mean by that is it's not that I'm working for it. I'm just not working through physical labor. I'm working more with this up here. We're getting into some of Robert Kiyosaki's Rich Dad, Poor Dad ideas, which, if you've never read that book, do yourself a favor and get yourself a copy of it because it's definitely a book you would want to have on your bookshelf. I've read that book many times, and I've read other books in his series, but that one just simplifies and lays out a lot from a perspective that you don't gather every day. You hear this talk of the economy and the recession, things are about to get tight. People's investment portfolios are, getting hammered by the stock market because there's a fight with the Fed and all this stuff. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on. There's a lot of factors that have to be taken into consideration because, if you're in a relationship and, let's just say, you're the head of the house, you've been working at some company, giving them 15, 20 plus years of your life. You've got a comfortable 401k package that, you've been looking forward to, building up this nest egg for your retirement and also to have something for your family. But do you know all that hard work can be wiped out? And I mean literally in a flash with one wrong move? Now, there's a lot of things that happen out here. But one of the things that and when I say we, because I do this all the time, but I catch a lot of other people not necessarily doing it so much. And that is, doing some thinking, some deep thinking, some pre-thinking. Just like a game of chess, thinking a couple moves ahead. How do you protect yourself? How do you shield yourself? Same thing with, dating. You score a date with someone on a dating app and, hey, you're both looking forward to meeting one another, but put some thought into how am I going to protect myself? Where am I going to meet them? Am I going to meet them out in the open? If they invite me back to their place, what's the contingency plan? Always have your exit strategy, as they say, and out. That way, if something comes up, you can get out of it. If things are not kosher to your liking, you can get out of it. Because a lot of what happens out here, it happens to people who didn't think things through. I know anytime something went wrong in my past, things didn't end up the right way. It was as a result of many different things, but namely, not taking the right course of action and also not listening to my gut. So That's going to be a theme that you hear repeated throughout many of my videos in this series as I continue, because I have a series of books that I'm writing, and right now I'm setting everything up for that. I'm setting up my publishing company and stuff, and it's been a slow progress. I mean, this step I should have been at many years ago, but I'm going to stay dedicated to this path, and so far it's worked. You know, my following is growing. You know, people are listening, and my hope is to be able to give you some good solid advice and wisdom from my own, mishaps, and at the same time help you to become more aware out here, more conscious of not just others but yourself. Because that's the biggest thing that determines your success too, is if you're confident and conscious of yourself, your actions, how you feel, all these little things. But anyways, I'm going to touch more on this American Factory video because it's eye-opening, but if you want to take things a step further, there's a documentary, you might be able to still find it on YouTube. It's called Human Resources. You got to look this up. See, I don't have much of a life these days. I don't go out and date or nothing like that as much as I used to because, funny enough, I kind of view women in dating as a distraction now. A distraction from knowing all that I can and being the best that I can. And I'll get more into that later, but it's just something that I'm gonna, throw out there. I don't hate women. I still very much like them and everything, but it's just the whole dating routine, attention giving, it seems like too much. But that's just my thoughts. Share yours down in the comment section below. That's going to do it for this video. I thank you for subscribing and hitting that thumbs up if you have. And I will catch you in the next video.